where you're just like launched in a like out of your house, like out of this world, like you blast off. You're in like you're in another world. Like you
Okay.
go beyond outer, and some like alien chick like always is there to be like calm you down, tell you like what you're going through,
Mm-hmm. So
and
it's
that's
like
like
she's kind of
my
a guide, tour
yeah.
guide.
She
Yeah.
like my experience. It's always been like a woman, like but like not from this planet. It's always been like a woman's touch, like guiding me softly, gently,
So how do you know
telling
that's a
me.
woman? Any
You can
significant
just feel it.
features?
It's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Like she has like a mother's like presence, like your mom, like
Mm-hmm.
your wife. Like you can just tell that it's like female.
Okay.
It's not like a. You can just tell like the way she's like. You can feel like her grip on you, and she's like, "Look, see this, see that." Like she's showing you like this whole
Mm-hmm.
like whatever you want to know about. She's like she'll take you to a city, like architectural, like crazy shit, or like the first time I did it, I was like, I left like I could see like the planet Earth, and then I was like outside of that, and I could see like
The
the
whole
way
planet.
Earth,
You're saying that you're
and then I
viewing
was
the
like,
whole planet outside the planet from outside the planet.
yeah, it's like a marble with it, like outside a marble, outside a marble. I kept going like so, like Earth spins in this like solar system.
Mm-hmm.
Showed that. Then I like went outside of that, so I was like looking down at like how Earth and all that shit works.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I was watching how like all that makes all that works. And then I went to another thing. She was like, "This is how it was all like it was like a watch, like a like a
Okay.
watch on your wrist. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything like worked, spun perfectly. Everything was connected. Like it's just like a watch. Like you just
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Our solar system spins. Then there was one outside of it that spins. There's
Okay.
one way outside that spins.
So it's like
So she
repeating its
showed
own
me, like,
pattern.
she showed me that everything was just like connected. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I came back like I was almost crying. I was like,
Why?
I
Why?
was
Why did you
so
cry?
because
The
I don't know.
experience
I
was
was
that profound.
I
Okay.
was
Okay.
so happy to be where I was. But when I
Mm-hmm.
came back, I was so sad that like
You
I
had to come
wasn't
back.
there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like I wanted to stay in that like realm I was like with like this female entity like holding me, guiding
Okay.
me, showing me.
Okay. So how
And I
long
was
does
sad.
it
That
stays
just
like
like
that?
what?
So how long does this experience stays like? How long this goes on?
Like if so, like you just take like a little bit, put it in like your pipe, smoke it,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was like, so you just hit it a couple times, hold it in, hit it a couple more times. So like my arm would slowly disappear.
Okay.
Like everything would was disappearing like around me,
Mm-hmm.
and the last thing I had was like where's my bowl? Like the bowl
Mm-hmm. Okay.
in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
and like my hand. So my hand was gone, and the
Okay.
only thing I could see was the bowl. I took like one more hit, and I was like, all right. I put the bowl down because like I was going invisible. I couldn't see like, and I just got like lifted away from like to a new world, and it was so like it was just amazing. Like it was sad that I had to like wake up back to
Mm-hmm.
like the world that I fucking live in. Like I want
Okay.
to go back to that shit. It was like the your mom like hugging you, like
Mm-hmm.
it's like the best feeling. Like
Oh.
just telling you everything's gonna be okay, but showing you like all the answers that like you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And like every I've read or talked to people I talk to, like they all have the same experience.
Okay.
Where like acid that can go either way. You can have a bad time, a good time. You can laugh, cry.
So, so this is
You can
DMT's
go in
experience you're
fear.
talking
But
about, or acids?
what?
This is acids experience you're talking about, or DMT's?
DMT. Like so, like DMT. Like every time you do it, you get the same experience every time. But if you
Okay.
do like when you do like acid or mushrooms,
Mm-hmm.
that can go any way. Like that's up to like where your brain's at. But
Okay.
DMT is always the same thing. Like you get launched into the same like realm, like the same lady alien, like
Mm-hmm.
guiding you. Like you always have the same experience. So that's what makes that like legit. Like why I love it.
So, so do you keep your eyes closed when all these are happening, or?
Dude, honestly, you don't even know if your eyes are closed or open. Like you are, they call it blasting off. Like you leave like usually people have like a babysitter, like someone watching over you, like in the room with you because like you can't tell where like you're gone. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're in fucking outer space. You're like in another planet,
So there's no
seeing like built you've never seen
physicality. So,
before. Like
okay. So I
if I
mean.
was like if I smoked it and like blasted off
Mm-hmm.
and then like someone came in and like robbed me, I wouldn't know that was happening. Like
Oh, okay.
people in the room with me. It's like you're literally like out of your body.
So like
You're
you
not.
lose your awareness completely of your physical being, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know if your eyes are shut or closed. Like you don't know what you're doing
Oh, wow.
while you're on it. Like,
Pretty
you're just
interesting.
like mumbling shit. You're off on like another realm,
Mm-hmm.
and it lasts like 15 minutes, but it seems like a couple hours. Like you're gone. Like you're on fucking way past my. You're on like Saturn. Like some weird
Mm-hmm.
planet, light years away.
Okay, so the concept of time and space doesn't work the way it works when
Doesn't
we are.
yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
exist. Like you don't even care if it
Mm-hmm.
does. Like you don't know about it. You're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You'll
So,
just be in your chair for 1 minute, and then like uh,
so tell
some
me.
like city like eating away the next. Like you have no idea what's going on around you. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're gone. Like you're totally blasted away. You're out of your body. You can like see you leaving your body like from your couch up into space far
Can you
away.
see yourself while going away?
What?
Can you see yourself like lying down on the bed or
Yeah,
sitting
I
down on?
got did it. I was like smoking my bowl,
Mm-hmm.
and like I noticed my everything was like invisible. My
Okay.
arms, my leg, and then like my arms disappeared, and then like my hand
Mm-hmm.
was like going invisible. The last thing I saw was my bowl,
Mm-hmm.
like my pipe.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to like drop it on cause a fire, so I was like, all right. I put the pipe down, and like my hand was gone, and then like I was gone. Like
Didn't
my
you
ego,
didn't you
my
freak
body,
out?
like was out of my body. Like
Mm-hmm.
see my body, I wasn't in it. I had no control over it. I was just like I was on a different fucking planet.
So did you freak out when it started? When you
Did
were
I what?
losing yourself, your hands and legs and everything?
No, because did I freak out?
Yeah, did you freak out?
I didn't because like you feel this like being like come to you and she's like hugging you. And she's like, it's gonna be okay. And she's like, it's like you're in a UFO. She's like, she's telling you everything's gonna be okay the whole time, like hugging you, making you feel real comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
She's explaining like this whole like world to you, and you're totally okay with it. You're like at complete peace.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah, like, she's telling you shit, and then it's over, and you wake up back on your couch, like you're kind of pissed that
You're back.
you're, you're back. You're like, fuck, I want to like go back to that
So,
place. Like she
so
make every
when
time you
this
do it, it's a
communication
she.
happens,
Like
how does this communication happens? Like the way we speak, or is it kind of a communication that happens on telepathic level or something like that? How
yeah,
does it
like
happen?
when I did it, I like
Mm-hmm.
left my body and like everything that I was like asking, like the questions I was asking, like where am I? What is this? Like it was, it's like the way you talk to yourself in your head. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't talking to no one, I was asking it, but you could hear like answering your questions. Like
Like
she would
when you
she would
say
answer your
when you say you're gonna
she'd be like,
hear
oh,
those answers, what do you mean? Like in terms of language or sound or something like that in your head, or you just get the
no
sense?
sound. Like I wasn't talking. Like
Mm-hmm.
granted, they probably don't speak English, but it was like it felt like telepathic. Like
Okay.
whatever I like
Okay.
said in my head, like asked, like it was being like transferred. The answers were being
I got it. I got it.
so it was like being decoded. Like she
Mm-hmm.
was like speaking my language. She was like, "Oh, we're out here. Let me show you this." Like so I understood like every word, every action. Like and she's like holding. She's like makes you feel just at peace. Like
But can you see the
you never
face
have a
of that being?
you never what?
Can you see the face properly, clearly, like you are talking to another being?
I couldn't. No, I
Okay.
could just feel it. I was like communicating with her,
Mm-hmm.
but like I couldn't see her face to face. It was like she was behind. Like when I was out of body, she was like behind me, just kind of like
Okay.
holding me
Okay.
softly and be like, "It's okay. Like I'm gonna show you this." And you knew everything was okay.
Okay. Okay.
Like the architecture was like way different. It was like not of this world. Like,
Mm-hmm. How is it
up
different?
shit.
How is it different than the normal things that we look around?
How's what?
How is it different than the normal things that we actually come through or look
So
around?
like if you're just like sitting there like you ate mushrooms or you're hallucinating, like you see like things. Whereas DMT, like you're in like your mind's eye, like you were like deep in your brain, so, like everything you like saw or
Mm-hmm.
like thought or like who you were talking to was like all like brain communication. Like you weren't like just sitting there like looking at your wall and it was like moving. It was like you don't have like eyeballs. Like your eyes don't even exist. You're gone. Like your whole being is out of your body and you're like you left Earth. Like
So,
so everything transmitted like into your thought is like someone talking to you,
mm-hmm.
putting these images there. So it's like hard to explain. It's like dreaming,
Okay, okay. I no, I
but
understand that. I mean, you cannot
so
articulate it in words. So, when you say that visions or things, stuff that you are seeing, but then
yeah,
I wonder whether that seeing is like similar to things that we see in a normal state. Is that kind of
right.
a same thing, or
The
because we are
no,
seeing through eyes and we know that, but in that state,
all
when you are
the
seeing
everything
it,
you saw in the visuals were like it felt like you're a radio. Like you can't see like So I'm in my room, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see my bed. I was like way out of my, I was like up in another planet. So everything I was being shown was being like implanted, like the thoughts were like
Okay. Okay.
already like thoughts. So like I wasn't actually seeing like, another planet. I was being shown like into my head like where I was at. Like
Okay.
I knew, but I wasn't like hallucinating it. I was
Okay.
being like
So
told it.
those visions, were they like three-dimensional things, or it's something weird? I mean, a lot different than three-dimensional visions. What kind of
It was
visions are?
definitely some like fourth dimensional shit. Like
It's
it
hard
was
to
like
describe,
yeah, it
right?
was like a radio. Like someone just like plugging into your
Mm-hmm.
head and like showing you shit. Like without you like your eyes could be shut. You could be sleeping. Like
Mm-hmm.
but you knew like what you saw and felt. It was like you were being like plugged into something. Like
Mm-hmm.
you were connecting like through brainwaves, just like a
Okay.
radio. They're
Okay.
like
Okay.
you can hear this, you can see this, you can feel this, but it wasn't like I was on my couch just like smoke some shit and I was like tripping out. I was like
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't like looking at like my ceiling watching it move around. Like I wasn't even in my room. Like I was
Okay.
in another on another planet
So
and like the best way that she could like explain it was like this is the easiest way for you to like comprehend what's happening. It's like
okay. Okay.
it was like a subconscious like thought, like putting shit in your head, like
Mm-hmm.
you were seeing it
Okay.
through like your, you know, like your mind's eye, like your brain, like you know how you like talk to yourself in your head,
Uh-huh.
you hear that like invisible voice, but like
I understand
you
that.
don't know what. That's what
I
it was
I
like. It
get
was
it. I
like
get it.
I was talking to someone without moving my mouth, like
Okay.
without saying
Okay.
words.
Okay.
I could hear them, and they were showing me things like without me having to see them. I didn't have to open my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My eyes, my eyes didn't like exist.
So
I could
you are
just
just
see.
having this visual experience directly implanted in your brain or mind or something like that. You're just having the
Yep.
experience without even actually seeing the thing. Okay, so what about sounds? Did you hear anything, any weird sounds or any voice or something like that
I always just like heard her voice, like the same way you
in your head?
have a thought in your like.
But not through your ears.
She was talking to me like in my head, like they were my own thoughts, but it was
Mm-hmm.
like her telling me like she like interrupted, like took control of like the thought. She was like, "This is how this works. This is like this is our city. Like so everything like I just big like pictures. It was like that. Like, but I had no control over what I was like picturing.
So how did you came back? I mean, this when this trip ended, how did that happen?
Yeah. So it's
Suddenly you
always
realize
like
that your eyes are open or something like that.
yeah, she'll like guide you back down, like let you go slowly, and you just like wake up
Mm-hmm.
back in your chair, like your eyes open,
Okay.
and you're like, whoa, like what the fuck was that? And then you get like you think about it, you get real emotional, like you think about it for like a long time, like
Do you
what the
remember,
fuck was
or
all that about?
you get to see those visions again when you're awake, or do you remember those things
No.
clearly?
You remember what you saw, like what you went through,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't. It's not like a dream memory or like a life memory. It's like a memory now that's just like implanted in your head. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I like talked to this person and did all this shit, but it wasn't real. Like,
Okay.
it's not.
So tell me, after these experiences, or maybe the first time when you had this experience, did it affect your life, like in reality, the way you are,
It,
who you are? Did it affect it anyway? Did it
it
change anything?
yeah, affected way. I like beat depression. I became more grateful for like shit. It kind of like opened up something in me that like became more like susceptible to like being open minded and like yeah, it had a positive in my life.
I heard others' experiences, and what their, I won't say takeaway, but then uh, the way it actually affects their
I'm gonna pack a bowl.
oh yeah, how are they? Are they any good?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
it's it actually became legal here, so everyone's just growing it, selling it, buying it. Like
yeah, I heard Mike Tyson has his own farm. You
I
heard about
saw
that?
that. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So in my state, right now, it's legal here to. We have shops that you can buy it from, but you're allowed to legally grow
But are
six
you allowed?
plants.
Oh, so are you allowed
You
to smoke it in public?
can, yeah, I think yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
I think so.
That's
I'm
cool
not. I
then.
don't smoke that. I only smoke like when I'm drinking, but yeah, you're allowed to grow it in your own house now,
Okay.
which kind of made it lose its fun. It's like it used to be fun when I was a kid, like it was illegal,
Mm-hmm.
but now that you just do it wherever you want, it's not fun anymore.
Okay.
Like I like doing it knowing that I was gonna get in trouble.
So, which
I
state
know that
do you
I'm not gonna
belong?
get in trouble. What?
Texas? Are you from Texas, or where are you currently located? Where is it legal now?
Hold on, break up. But
What is the state that you are residing right now?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Okay, so it's legal out there.
Yeah, we have like trying to set my phone so I don't have to touch it.
Okay.
But yeah, they just shops and which sucks. I mean, going to a store and being able to buy it kind of ruins it for me.
So,
It's not fun. Like, I don't want to be able to buy it and smoke it. I want to know like I know I'm doing something.
all right. So this is what I heard about. The after effects of these experiences. People say that they feel they are very small. They are like very less significant, and they completely, like, it becomes easy for them to let go of their belief systems, whatever they were actually clinging on to for such a long time.
Yeah.
It becomes easy for them to let go of those, and they get rid of
Yeah,
anxiety, depressions, or whatever shit they were actually suffering for a long time. They actually come out of it.
that's what yeah. Well, like that when I found it and like did it a couple times, I felt like it released like some trauma from my life. Like it did something to me. It like changed me as a person. Like I felt like free, like
Wow.
of all shit. Like acid mushrooms, like I take that and like feel sick the next day. Like it's not the same. Like
Hmm.
that shit will like change your life. Like
That's
it'll change how
amazing.
you look at things, how you
Hmm.
feel about people,
Hmm.
how you look at like
Yeah, that's exactly
the
what I
world
heard.
around you. Like right now, like me and you are connected, but like
Hmm.
so the second time I smoked it, it like took me on a journey. Like I left my body and I
Hmm.
went to like this rainforest
Hmm.
and I could see like So I wasn't like I wasn't like hallucinating, but I was like there and I could see like this tree like pumping water up like through its trunk,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
up its like roots.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could see like in my arm like the way my blood pumps like through my arms, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh shit, like
It's the same thing.
making this tree like work in the same way, the way we
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
blood pump. Like, it like connected me with like Earth, like we're all the same, we're all connected.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
of course.
we're,
Like if you talk about your the way we breathe, our basic lungs, the breathing system is half of it is like inside us, and the rest half is like on the nature, like it's
right,
always
yeah,
in a
yeah.
transaction with the nature, right?
And that's the thing about DMT is like
It make you
it
realize
exists
that.
in nature. Like you can go cut down a root from a tree
Mm-hmm.
and like boil it down. Like you can extract like DMT from that root and make like the drug that's like naturally produced in your body.
Mm-hmm. I know.
They say like when you die, your brain releases DMT to like
Yeah, and
ease
it
you
also
to
happens
death. You
when you
know,
take. Yeah, it also happens when you take birth, like after like around 49 or 47th day. I don't remember it exactly. So these are the two times like it's mandatory for a human being to get that DMT out of their system.
right? It already exists in your body.
Okay.
So like yeah, when you smoke it, that's like what I think of is like that's what it's like to die. Like you die, like that's what
Mm-hmm.
happens. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you smoke that, like that's the experience of death. Like you
Mm-hmm.
launch
Mm-hmm.
up into space, your energy goes somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all like reciprocating, like through trees, plants, people, animals, like it's all feeding, it's all a big cycle, like and it shows you that. That's like what it shows you.
That's amazing, man. I need to have that experience, man. I was like in India, it's very difficult to get those substances, no matter how hard
Yeah.
you try.
I mean, it's hard here too, but like I live in the woods with like these weird fucking people, like these dudes just like make it
Mm-hmm.
from like trees and then like do it out of it. Like you gotta like do this, like boil it, put it in your freezer, crystallize it,
Oh wow.
scrape that shit off. Like, but that's the thing is that it all comes from like trees and plants around
Yeah,
you, like
yeah, 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 yeah. It's naturally
everything.
produced in our body as well. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's found
And
in
you're like
every
pineal.
organisms.
Like,
Like, yeah, yeah, I heard
yeah,
that.
like it's an illegal drug, but like Joe Rogan said, it's an illegal drug, but we all have it in us anyway.
Yeah, maybe that's why it's illegal. It
Why? Yeah, like
brings your
there's
or
a
it
reason
expands
they
your
want you to
perspective,
they
isn't
want
it?
you to go fucking
Yeah.
see that shit. They don't want you to know.
Yeah, I follow Joe's podcasts and those YouTube videos. I follow every one of them.
I love he's my favorite podcast.
What was that guy's name? Ambre? Uh,
Hold on. What was what?
what was that guy's name? Like he had an interview with uh, Ambre something? Aubrey or Ambre something. And this guy actually promotes DMT. You know.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna have to
I,
check
I
that out.
forgot the name. And there's another person,
I
Hankook.
mean, if I could get it just like that, I'd be happy to mail you some. But it's so like rare.
I know,
Like
I
it comes
know.
around like you got to know the right dude that lives in the woods. Like
So
crazy old guy cooking this shit up in his like
yeah,
cabin. Like
yeah. So that's possible only when you find a place where people are actually like doing this or like selling it or something like that. And
Yeah, it's not like a thing you can just get off the streets.
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
gotta know someone
yeah.
that
We don't
knows
have
how to
that
make it.
option. Yeah, yeah,
But
I
if
know,
you
I
go
know.
on YouTube, it'll tell you how to make it. And you can go on Amazon and order the root that it's like from. You can actually order the root and you just like fucking crush it up,
Mm.
boil it down,
Yeah, that's how
freeze
they
it,
do
like
it. The
do all this
ayahuasca
like
ceremony. That's how they basically, cook that ayahuasca, to have that psychedelic experience. And that's what it happens.
yeah,
I mean,
like
two different kinds of plants. One's trees and other stem is taken, and
I've
then they
always wanted to
boil it
try that and
together.
it's like
Yeah, I heard few
it's
testimonies
the
of.
same thing. It's like the same it comes from like
Hmm.
the same idea. Like these people just go like cut down this root, boil it down,
Mother
make
Nature.
like a tea, drink it, and you go on like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
personal fucking 18-hour journey of like,
Yeah, you got to have a shaman for that though.
yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. That's the thing with DMT too. You got to make sure you have someone in your bedroom, like in your wherever you're with you, because
Mm.
you're not like you can't
Myself.
see,
Yeah.
talk, you're not available. So to make sure like the house could be on fire and you wouldn't know. You
I
would
know. I know.
gotta make sure someone's like looking over you, guiding you through it, just kind of like watching over you, like, and you take turns. With ayahuasca, you can't just go do it, like walk into the jungle, like you're gonna have a bad time. You gotta
Yeah,
have someone be
yeah,
like, no,
but
stay in your cabin,
yeah,
calm
his name
down.
is Marcus
Walk.
Aubrey, Marcus Aubrey or something
Yeah,
like that. So,
yeah,
so he actually said that the best experience, if you want to have an experience after these psychedelic substances, the best way to get it is like go to the nature once you have it, and just sit there, and you see how you are connected with everything around you.
right.
That was his experience, and that's how he described it.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. I feel like I could only compare like DMT to that. Like you drink that and you feel like one with like the earth. Like that's how I always feel. Like every time I do DMT, like I'm part of this galaxy. Like the trees, the people, the earth. Like
Yeah, it actually
it like
helps us.
resets your like if you get like caught up in a like thinking depression, uh, it like you basically like resets the way you like think. So like if you're in like a fog, like you're depressed, I'm like going on, like smoke that. And then you come back, it's like
So
restarted.
I wonder
Now
why
you can
these
like
things are not legalized in different parts of the world.
because everyone would be just happy and free thinking, and like
I think if
that's
that
what
happens, then the
the people in
pharmacy.
power want you to be happy. They don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
you
yeah.
to
Because the pharmacy industry need to keep running, right?
that too. Like,
Yeah.
but the government needs you like working.
Yeah, yeah.
They need you to work. They make money off of you. They need you sad,
They
depressed,
need you to be worried,
like
scared.
yeah, like fog up your brain so you
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
like
yeah.
riot and like fight. You're just kind of comfortable where you're at. You're dumbed down. If everyone was taking fucking ecstasy, we'd all be happy. Like everyone would be hugging, kissing. Like there'd be no war. Like no poverty. Like
No,
we'd all just like
but here's a counter thought which I actually have thought about. So so here's the thing. So I mean, people who actually talk about legalizing these psychedelic drugs. What if I'm going for a surgery, like some surgery is happening to me, and the doctor is smoked up? Would I want that, or like I'm taking a flight and the pilot is like smoked up, or maybe is under influence of some
I
psychedelic
mean,
substance?
that's not the first
Will I like
time.
it, or will I dare to go to the journey when the pilot is like that in that state? That's the question.
Have you ever heard of Exxon Valdez?
No, no, no.
Like, so Exxon's like a big oil company in this country,
Hmm.
And Exxon Valdez, like, he was driving this like giant boat ship with like millions of gallons of oil. Like,
Hmm.
it was like the biggest like ecological disaster in the United States.
Okay.
So the guy like ran into like the fucking coast,
Hmm.
split the boat open. Oil like spill. He was hammered. He was like drunk. Like,
Hmm.
I was saying, like, who's to say like the pilot that doesn't like fly you into the fucking ocean, kill everyone, like, is
Hmm.
not fucked up. I mean, like, we all drink and drive.
Hmm.
We all smoke and like do it. Like, you never know. I mean,
Yeah, I mean
that guy like
it has
the world, he like almost killed like the Pacific Ocean. He was
oh
just
my god.
hammered,
Hmm.
driving a giant boat, and
Hmm.
he like ripped it open, like oil. Like, this was like in the 1980s, like
Hmm.
oil everywhere, like ruined the earth.
Hmm.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just a
yeah.
dude doing his job, but he wanted to have a drink, and he ruined everything.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. So, hey, what's your name? We haven't asked each other's name. My name is Moinat.
I'm Rob.
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 All right, all right. So, Rob, it was nice talking to you, and thanks a lot for those experiences, man. I really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
What do you? Are you vacuuming?
Sorry?
Are you
It's cracking up. Your voice is cracking up, man. Couldn't hear
are
you.
you leaving?
Yeah, yeah. I got to go. I got to go, man. So, give me your.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have any Facebook account or something so that we can keep in
yeah, that's
touch?
what. Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. It's good talking to you. I'd like to
Yeah,
connect, keep in
same
touch
here,
with you.
man. We can do it some other time as well. So give me your like anything like Facebook account or something like that, so that
So
we
I'm
can.
I'm Facebook. I'm Rob Ford.
Hold on, hold on. So
Okay.
it's
You'll
Rob.
see a picture because I'm wearing this Wu-Tang hoodie. Just
All
type in
right.
Rob Ford and you'll see the Wu-Tang hoodie. That's me.
So how do you spell it? Rob and then Ford. Ford.
Yeah. Hold on. R-O-B.
Sorry.
R-O-B. Rob.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
F F-O-R-D.
all
Ford.
right. I got it. I got it. So I'm gonna send you uh, an ad request so we can talk some other time.
Yeah. Me.
Yeah, man. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah. Bye bye.